introduce our coach today, no other than Coach Mopiwa, who is going to guide us on the question and answer session. So do you have that question? Please remember to have your pen and notebook. That is very important when you come for a Zoom call like this, because we come here to learn, and you may not be able to grasp everything by just listening. So you either get your notepad, either get to your computer so that you can be able to note each and everything to help your team members who are not available on the Zoom call. And you can also be able to go back and revise and use those notes. So prepare your questions, write them in the section for the chat, or as the coach will be leading us. So I will not waste any more time. Greetings from our leader, Commander Julius. He will be with us very, very soon. And please send your prayers to him. You know, we love him so much. Send your prayers to him so that he can be able to get back to be with us. I know he could be in the background listening, but he's not able to come out and say anything to us. So ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Jerina Marina from Uganda, and I am your co-host. And today, Coach Mopiwa is answering our questions. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us welcome Coach Mopiwa to take us through our question and answer session today. Coach Mopiwa. Coach Mopiwa, the floor is yours. The mic is yours. I return it to you. Are you there? Can someone hear me? Am I loud? Do you hear me?
Okay, I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, leadership, Jerina. Good morning, Crypto Ambassadors family. I don't know, am I audible?
You're loud and clear, Coach Mopiwa. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, all the leaders that are joining this morning. Yes. It's question and answer session. I trust and believe that we are doing fine. Yes, from wherever you are joining us today. Yes, it's an hour session that we normally do question and answer, unless there is more to do. So I always say this Zoom is going to stay. Yes, we're gonna be here if you do have questions for us. If you don't have questions for us, then it will be the end of this Zoom. Yes, because it's about questions. So we are here to provide the answers wherever possible. So if you don't have questions for us, then there is no need for us to be here, all right? Yes, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The co-host has already done a very good job. Yes, you have heard her that this is the time that will be flexible to ask our questions, will be flexible to interact with our team members, the questions that they ask you, and probably you don't have questions, or maybe you are not sure. Yes, please bring the questions here. So my co-host will be taking some of the questions and he will be answering them. Yes, we'll be answering them. So come in the chat, or either you are going to raise your hand and you'll be asked to unmute, and then you're gonna ask your questions. All right. I think that is it all. So yeah, so let's get it started. I'm gonna give it back to the co-host. I don't know if she is still here. I saw her hand was up. Okay, she's still here. Okay. All right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Yes, we want to save time.
Yes, thank you. And we already have a question from Semugavi Robert. Semugavi Robert must be from Uganda. And Semugavi is asking, my question in Royal Queue. I have, when the three soothing lines meet in one place, the market pumps like crazy. I will repeat the question. My question is from Semugavi Robert, Uganda. What is this KDJ thing in Royal Queue? I have been observing it. Lines meet in one place. Over to you, Coach. Get that question?
Yes, I've heard the question. Thank you so much, Leader Jerina. First of all, we haven't dealt anything with the KDGV that the person is asking about. We're gonna go into it. We haven't trained, we haven't teach the members how to use that indicator. We are only at the RSI, okay? Yes, we did a little bit of the moving averages, but mostly we have stuck on the RSI. So I'm not gonna be able to touch anything about the indicator that the person is asking about because we haven't taught it yet. So there is no need for us to answer that question. The person should be patient. When the time is right, we're gonna teach all the indicators that are appearing on our Royal Queue. But right now, we are on the RSI. Yes, we did touch a couple of the moving averages. So on the other question that it talks about the three soothing lines meeting, yes, you needed to understand. Okay, you needed to understand when they meet. All right, when they meet, remember there are three of them. Okay, there are three of them. So they are different lines. Okay, I think that those are the moving averages. There are three lines. Okay, so when they meet, okay, it depends which one is which because as I said, there are three of them. So when they meet, it's either the market will go down or the market will go up. Okay, that's why we do have what we call the golden cross. Okay, we do have the golden cross and the other one that takes us downwards. So you just need to know which one is which. We do have three of them when it comes to the soothing lines. I'm sure the person is asking about the moving averages, all right? Yes. So the market will go up or the market will go down. There is that what we call the death cross, and there's what we call the golden cross. So the golden cross is the one that shows the market is pumping, the market is going to the upper side. The death cross is the one that informs you that the market will have a good downtrend. Yes, a very good downtrend. So those are those three lines that the person is asking about. I don't know if I have answered that question. Yes, Leader Jerina.
Thank you. The next question from Rosetta Njeri Wanja. And Rosetta asks, how do you know which coin to trade? How do you know which coin to trade?
Okay. Currently we've got the Royal Queue being simplified now. Yes, we have been using signals, from our team, okay, of which we are still providing the signals. All right, we're not gonna stop giving the signals, though Royal Queue is a bit simplified that one can pick a trade on their own. So I think I'm going to give a guide using the RSI. Okay, I'm gonna give a guide using the RSI on how to pick a signal or to see which coin probably is ready to trade if you are picking a coin on your own. But if you are not confident, okay, if you are not confident yet, please use the signals. All right, this is going to help you, because trading also, it comes with confidence. When you are confident, it means you're not gonna be worried of what is going to happen. You are having confidence in yourself that, okay, this is it. All right, so if you are not having that confidence yet, please use the signals that we provide. But now let me share my screen so that I can use the RSI to guide you. Which coin can you pick? Okay, which coin can you pick so that the bot can trade for you? I'm gonna share my screen on the other part here. Okay, let me see. Let me do the setting here so that I'm able to share screen. Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see your screen, leader.
Okay. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to give a direction on how to pick a coin, all right, for one to be able to trade. So we do have the RSI indicator, okay, that we are using currently in Royal Queue to enter a trade, which is helping us to enter at the right position. All right, so I'm going to open any other coin here. I want to see if we can find any. Okay, I'm gonna give direction this way. All right. So I'm using the RSI to look for a coin that is ready to trade. Okay, to look for a coin that is ready to trade. But remember, we are trading with margin calls. All right, we are trading with margin calls. All right, if you are trading without margin calls, you are doing a disservice to yourself. Okay, so we are not gambling here. Make sure that you are trading with margin calls. All right, now when we are using the RSI indicator, the RSI indicator guide us to see which position, okay, which area is the coin that you are preparing, or which coin you are trying to check if it is ready to trade. So I'm going to give you this clue here. I'm gonna give you this clue. All right, so the RSI has got 3 lines or 3 bands. Okay, the RSI is having 3 bands, all right, which are called 3 lines. All right, so we do have the upper line, we do have the middle line, and we do have the bottom line here. So the bottom line, it is a 0 line. The middle line, it is a 50 line. And then the upper line, it is the 100 line. Now, the market will move from 100, it will come down. or either it will come down from 0 to go to 100. That's what the RSI follows. When you see the line moving, it is following what is happening here, okay? The RSI imitates what is happening on top here. So it will move either from 100, which is the top, it will come down here, or either it will move from the 0, which is the bottom, it will go up. So it will be following this type of movement, okay? Now, when the market moves from 100 to come to the 0, okay, it means the market has made what we call a reversal. It has reversed, all right? It has reversed. Now it will move from 0, it will go to 100, another reverse. So it's a 100% U-turn. Now, when the market moves from 100, it touches this line, which is the middle line, the 50 line. This area, okay, this area, it is called the overbought area. So the overbought area, it is when the market is coming from the bottom going up, okay? The overbought area, when the market is coming from the bottom, it crosses the middle line, which is the 50 line. It reaches this area. Then we see that this particular asset, it has been overbought. So if you are to enter the market, you don't need to enter in this area. It means you are buying that particular asset at a higher price. So the RSI, it helps us that which area should we focus to enter, all right? So I have said that the market moves from 0, it goes to 100. When it crosses this line, this area, it is the overbought area. No need to enter for you. Now, when the market comes from the top now, the market moves from the top, it comes down, okay? It comes down from the 100, it comes to the 0 line. It crosses the 50 line. It is coming from here, going down here. The moment it crosses this line here, coming below it, this area, it is called the oversold area, okay? So who is pushing the price from the top to come down? They are sellers. Sellers, they are the ones that pushes price to the bottom. Buyers, they are the ones that pushes the price to the top. So when the market moves from 100 coming to 0, it is sellers that are selling, okay? So when they cross this line, the 50 line coming to this area, we call it, this particular asset has been oversold. Sellers, they have been selling it a lot, okay? So when a particular asset has been sold a lot, it means we are having an opportunity to buy because it is cheap. Remember, they are pushing the price which was high, bringing it to the lower side so that we can buy it cheap. So when the price is around here, that's what we call the oversold area. It's when you will be looking for an opportunity to enter. Now, let me simplify it more. This is the 0 line. This is the 50 line. And this is the 100 line. Between the 0 line, okay, between the 0 line, there is another line here that we can call it a 10 or a 20 line. There is another line between the 20 and the 50, okay, which we can call probably the 40 line, all right? So meaning to say, between the 40 and the 20, there is another line that you can give it the 30 line. There should be a couple of lines, all right? So we are saying, I don't know if you are following, we are saying, if you want to find a coin to trade, first of all, the coin should be in this segment of the oversold area, this segment. You want to buy it cheap, all right? Now, the coin should be in this segment of the oversold area. Now, yes, it is the oversold area. But where exactly do you want to buy that particular asset? Is it under the 40? Is it under the 30? Or is it under the 20 area? Or probably it should come to 0. What are you looking at? Now I'm bringing in the RSI in Royal Q. How does it guide us for us to find a proper entry in the market? Answering the question, how do you know the coin is ready to trade? Okay, now I'm saying this is the oversold area. Now you want to enter. You want to enter. Are you gonna enter the coin when it is at 40 line? Or do you want to enter a coin when it is at 30 line? Or you want to enter the coin when it is under 20 line? Or probably when it comes to 0. So I'm giving you some guidelines that from 50 coming down here, it is the oversold area. But under the oversold area, where do you want to enter? Is it at 40? Is it at 30? Is it at 20? Or is it at 10? Now, when you come here and look at the RSI, I don't know if you are able to see the numbers here, but I want you to look closely. This is the RSI that you are seeing here, this one. This is the RSI, okay? This is the RSI at the bottom, all right? So there is the first line, which is called the RSI. When you check, it's written RSI 6. And there is the RSI 12. And then there is the RSI 24. The RSI 6, it looks at 6 candles and it moves fast. So you can see the color of the RSI 6 is the first one there. The first one here, it is the RSI 6. You can see the color of it. Okay, it's different from the RSI 12. Can you see the color of the RSI 12 is different from the RSI 6 in terms of the color. So the RSI 6 looks at 6 candles, but it is in 15 minutes time frame. The RSI 12, it looks at 12 candles. Okay, still in the 15 minutes time frame. And the RSI 24, it monitors 24 candles. So our focus is on the RSI 6 that monitors 6 candles in the 15 minutes time frame. So with the explanation I was giving you here, if you are able to understand, if you want to enter using the RSI 6, do you want to enter when the RSI is at 0, meaning the number here? Or do you want to enter when the RSI is at 10, meaning the number that is going to appear here? Or do you want to enter the market when the RSI is at 30? Okay, the idea is you want to buy cheap. So how cheaper do you want to buy? Is it at 40? Is it at 30? Is it at 20? Or you want to buy it when it is at 0? So I want you to give close attention and check here. I'm giving you a clue. Now I'm giving you a clue. If you are looking at a coin to buy, check the RSI 6. What number is it? Is it 15? Is it 20? Is it 10? It means it is below. It is below. It is, yes, in the oversold area, but where exactly? So if you are buying a coin at 15, when the RSI shows 15, it means that is cheaper. When you are buying a coin when the RSI is 10, it means it is cheaper. When you buy a coin when the RSI is at 20, it means it is cheaper.
Coach Mo, we have lost you. Are you there? Your network is breaking. Coach Mo, do you hear us? I think Coach Mo has either received a call or his network is a little bit on and off, but he will be with us shortly. He will be with us shortly. In the meantime, continue to share the link. We are just beginning.
Okay.
For those
I
who
think
just came in.
am I back? Am I back?
You are back, Coach Mo. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So I was explaining point of entry. When do you see that the coin is ready for you to enter? So you are making sure that you are trying to buy it as low as possible. So that's why I was giving you the indication. If you understand those three lines, which position or which area should you look at when you are entering the market? Between 50 going below, you should be checking that area. Now, between 50 going below, you are also saying, I don't want to buy it at 40. I don't want to buy it at 30. I want to buy it at 20. That is you now deciding. Okay?
Coach Mo, Coach Mo, we are not seeing your screen. You need to share your screen.
Okay, I was not sharing my screen. Yes. Okay, let me bring it here. Okay. All right. So I was giving you this example. For example, you can see here this coin. Okay. When you look here, can you see what is happening here? Which type of pressure is this one? When you see a candle with a long lower shadow, when you see a candle with long lower shadow, what does that signify? Give me an answer in the chat. A candle with a long lower shadow, what does that signify? What does that signify? Give me an answer in the chat. A candle with a long lower shadow, buying pressure. So you are going to see that when you check here, the RSI 6 is already below 20. The RSI 6, it is already below what? Below 20. So you can see what is happening here and what is happening here. There is some buying pressure here because this coin is cheap now. This coin is cheap. All right. So there is some buying pressure here. This market might go to the upper side because it has been going down for some time now. So if you are targeting 15 minutes and you only want to collect 1.2, probably 1.3 or maximum 1.5, then this coin is ready to trade. See, the RSI now is going up. Can you see? The RSI is going up. It was at 18. It came to 15. Now it's going to 26, meaning to say the market is going to the upper side now. I don't know if you are getting the clue. And here, it says strong sell. This coin has been oversold. It says strong sell here. So that is how you use the RSI to find a position of entry in the market. You don't need to wait for a signal. Royal Q is simplifying things. But if you are not yet here where I am explaining, please use our signals. It's very important. If you are not yet here where you can pick a coin by yourself, please use the signals. All right. Did I answer this question, guys? If I have answered this question, give me a yes in the chat so that we can go to another question. Give me a yes in the chat if this question is answered. If this question is answered, give me a yes. All right, thank you so much. I think, leader, you can go to another question.
Thank you, Coach Mo. You might have to write your questions again, because with the network, as it comes on and off, the questions disappear. But I do have a question here from Nyagatunda, and it says, does it mean when it's written strong sell, then you buy? This is connected to what you just explained. Does it mean when it is written strong sell, then you buy?
Okay. All right. Sometimes the coin is gonna indicate strong sell, like what is showing here. Okay, like what is showing here, it says strong sell. But I want you to focus here on the RSI 6, because sometimes it can say strong sell, and here on top, when you look at the negative, probably it is negative 10, meaning to say it has gone deep, yes. But what is the RSI saying here? Because you need to look at the position of entry. Because it might be negative 12, it says a strong sell here, but the RSI probably it is at 40. So do you want to enter the coin when it is at 40, or you want to enter the coin when it is at 30? That's where my emphasis is. Because probably this coin dipped a lot. Maybe it is coming from negative 18. You have seen a coin going to negative 20, right? You have seen a coin going to negative 15, right? So probably you see it is at negative 10. Here it indicates strong sell. But when you check the RSI 6 here, it is still showing you it is under 40. Or probably it is under 50. All right? It is between 50 and 49. So it's not every coin that says strong sell which is ready to enter. If you want to enter that coin using RSI, that's where I am putting my focus on. Does it make sense? Which position do you want to enter? Yes, it is under the oversold area. But in the oversold area, you want to enter at what position? At 20, at 15, at 25, or probably at 30 or 35. That is your point of entry that you are focusing on. You want to enter a coin from 35 going downwards, not from 40. But still you are opening margin calls. Because if you are entering a coin, for example, this is your line, which is the 0 line. And this is the middle line, which is the 50 line, right? And our 100 is up there. Now from here, from 50, this is the 40, this is the 30, and this is the 20. All right? So when you enter from the 40, for example, from the 40, you enter here. You open margin calls from 40 to 0. Because if this coin continues to come down, because if it continues to come down, it means it's coming down to 0. That's where it is coming. So if you have entered at 40, it means you've got a long way to go if this coin continues to what? To dip. Are you getting my point? Someone who enters at 40 and someone who enters at 30, there is a difference of 10% dip between the two. That's why I'm saying, what is your focus? Yes, this is the oversold area. But which point, which position you are deciding to enter that coin? So if you enter at 40, you should know that if that coin continues to go down, it means you have left with 40% to come to the 0 line. Now the coin has reversed completely. Am I answering the question, guys? Am I answering the question? It does not mean every coin that is under strong sell, it is ready to enter. I'm saying check your RSI here. The 6, what is it saying? Which area is it? Which area is it? If you are finding coins, okay, if you are finding coins that are not below 50, it means the market is on the uptrend. The market is on the uptrend. All right. So if you don't find any coin that is below the RSI, okay, that is below the RSI of 50, that tells you that the market is on the uptrend season. Okay. So you're gonna see those coins when we get to the bull run. But right now, there are plenty of coins that you're going to find. I don't think that you cannot find a coin that is below 50 right now. It's not possible. You can check all your coins there. You will find a coin. But time is coming where we'll be trading the uptrend market. We'll be trading the uptrend market. So that one is okay, because it means that there is a lot of buying pressure. So whenever you enter a coin, it does not take long to sell, because the pressure of buyers is a lot. But when you see that buyers and sellers, they are still competing 50-50, then it's when we are looking for the right position to enter so that we don't go into deep floating loss. That's why we are doing all this analysis. But when the market is mostly focusing on the uptrend, we don't stress at all when it comes to point of entry, because we know we're going to get out. The buying pressure is a lot. There is more money in the market. Okay? Yes, Leader Jerina?
Coach Mopiwa, Semugavi, yes, the same person who asked that question, continued to write that, what is the meaning of those gaps on the top right corner on the green candle up? What is the meaning of those gaps on the top right corner on the green candle up?
The gaps.
Yes.
On the green candle up, is he referring to this? Is he referring to these? Which gap? These ones or which ones? The green candle up. Which green candle? I see two green candles here. Which area is the person talking about? Because this one is the current price of this coin. Yes. When the price is going up, you're gonna see this price going that side. When the price is coming down, you see this price coming down.
I think that is clear. Okay. Leader, the next question, you have already also answered it. Moyo was asking, where do I see those numbers you are saying? RSI at 12, at 30. You have already shown us that. Emmanuel Opoku says, if I pick a coin with RSI 20 and another picks a coin at RSI 30, will my coin deliver quickly than him?
Someone picks a coin at RSI 30.
Yes.
And another one picks a coin at RSI what?
30.
Oh, the other one is 20, the other one is at 30. Okay. Yes. Okay. So here is the thing. For you to understand better this, just that I don't have a good place to write, but I think I can still use this. Okay. So let's say this is This is your 100 line. This one is your 50 line. Okay, so this one is the 0 line. So the market is coming from 100. It's coming this direction. Okay, it's coming this direction, going downwards. Now, someone picks a coin at RSI 30. Let's say this is our RSI 30. And someone enters a coin at RSI 20. Now, the person who has entered here, both of them, they are trading with margin calls, yes. All right. Maybe probably the difference can be in multiple buy-in ratio. How many times do they buy when this coin drops? But I want you to understand this, okay? Someone who has entered here at 30 and someone who has entered here at 20. The market comes to the 0 line, okay? The market comes to the 0 line, okay? Now, when the market touches at 0 line, it starts to go up. It starts to go up. When it goes up, the market will find who first. Assuming that 20 and 30, when they were buying, probably they did not buy with margin calls. I just want to give that so that you understand better. 30 and 20, they bought without margin calls. It means 30, when they bought, they are still here. This is still their point of entry. And 20, they are still here. Now, when the market is coming from 0, it is going to find who first. Give me an answer. When the market is coming from 0 going to the top, it is going to find who? Between 20 and 30, it will find who first? Give me an answer in the chat. Give me an answer in the chat. The market will find who first? It will find 20. When the market touches 20, it goes to 30. It does not cross the 30 line. Probably it comes down again here. Who is going to get out first? The market comes from 0, it touches the 30 line, but it does not cross. But it has passed 20, and then it comes down again here. Who is going to get out? Who's going to get out of that market first? Give me an answer in the chat if you understand this. 20 will get out first. So if someone buys at 30 and another one buys at 20, obviously, I'm saying there are also other contributing factors. That's why I was saying buy with margin calls, so that when you enter at 30, when the market comes down here, you buy. You pull this price that you bought on to follow the current price. But if you don't buy when the market drops, it means you're going to still remain where you entered. So when the market is bouncing back, it needed to find you where you entered because you were not following it when it was dropping. So that is another contributing factor. If you are not buying with margin calls, then you stand a chance of staying longer in the market even if you bought it at 30. Did I answer the question? I think I did. Leader Jerina, you can go to another question. Yeah.
Very clear, our coach. Harold Nkini says, what if I don't find any coin below RSI 50, but only above 50? What do I do?
I think I have answered that question. I said that in the current market, you cannot fail to find a coin that is below 50. It is only when the market is focusing on the upper side, which is not happening now. It is only in the bull run you will find that the market is focusing on the uptrend. Yes, it will be retracing, dropping a bit, going up, dropping a bit, going up. But right now, there are so many coins that you can find them under the 50 line. It's not possible currently.
Okay, Ledama says, so I have checked the RSI and is 20, 30, and 35. How should I set up the robot? Demonstrate using 1 or 2 examples instructing the robot.
Okay. Now you wanted to enter the coin using the RSI. This is what you needed to do. Okay. You're gonna tap on create. You tap on create here. So you are ready now to pick that coin. Then you tap your martingale robot. Then you tap on create. You tap on next. All right. Then after that, you tap on trade setting. When you tap on trade setting, you are already under manual create, as you can see on top there. Okay. So where is your focus? Your focus is here on the advanced setting. If you want the robot to pick this particular coin using RSI without you doing anything, okay? Without you doing anything, you want the robot to pick this coin using RSI. So if the price is here, this is the current price of the coin. It is at this level, all right? And you don't want to buy here, you are seeing that the price is coming down here. Okay, so you want to enter here, which is RSI 15. Let's say RSI 20. Okay, right now it is RSI 30. The coin is at RSI 20. All right, now you want the robot to pick at RSI 20. What do? You come here, you tap on advanced setting here. All right, when you tap here, you are going to see that there is a trigger price here. Okay, it is a trigger price. You remove the trigger price, you inject in the RSI. You want it to pick this trade using RSI, this one. Okay, someone was asking about the KDJ. We did not talk about that. We did not speak about the MACD. We are only on the RSI. That's what I was answering. So you are going to change your trigger price to RSI. Then you tap RSI. The moment you tap RSI, it is going to demonstrate like this. Okay, it will demonstrate like that. I said that we are focusing on the RSI with a length of 6. Can you see here? It is indicating 6. What is the time frame? The time frame is 15. I've already explained this. Which area are you focusing on? The condition now of the RSI. You are focusing on the condition of oversold area. Now, in the oversold area, what are you looking at? You want the signal value to be at 20. Okay? At 20. So when you tap on the oversold, you are going to see this. The oversold comes less than, greater than. Can you see here? The oversold. Okay? So the number that is appearing down here, you want the oversold area to be less than 20, or you want the oversold area should be greater than 20, but it is still what? Oversold. So you come there and then you inject this. After injecting this, then you tap on save. You tap on save. I'm assuming that all your settings on top here, they are correct. You have put them rightly. Then you tap on save here. Then you click show. Then you activate your bot. You activate your bot. Then the robot will be monitoring to buy this coin where you have instructed it to buy. Then you are done. You can go and do your stuff. Did I answer the question of demonstrating? Did I answer the question of demonstrating?
Yes, you did,
Did I answer it?
I have checked this out. This is standard report.
I think there's this question that says I should explain how the robot calculates. I am not the robot. The robot is the one that calculates. When it comes to average price, how does it calculate the average price? That one I can't answer. It's the robot that does that. It has got mathematical models. The creators of the bot, they put mathematical models to calculate. So I cannot demonstrate how the robot calculates the average price. But what I know is that immediately when it buys, it will create or it will show an average price immediately after buying. And the average price is also calculated looking at how much stock it has bought. Remember, you have given the first buy-in amount. And when it buys on subposition, for example, it buys first time, then it buys your margin call number 1. On margin call number 1, how many times does it buy? Is it 1 time or 2 times? So the average price when it is being calculated, it also looks at how much stock it has bought on that particular position. But how does it come with the average price? I don't know. It is just embedded in the robot. Am I answering your question, Geoffrey?
Okay. Lydia, can we go to the next question?
Yes, please.
Stanley Uganda says, how do we swap the to be delisted coin? And how do we notice the requirements of a coin that in the future it's to be delisted? And lastly, he says, is 1,000 SAT safe for delisting, safe from delisting?
When an exchange is delisting a coin, they normally communicate. All right, they normally communicate. There is no way that an exchange will delist a coin without communicating. So they always make an announcement. All right, and sometimes before they communicate the delisting. Sometimes they will even say they are looking at these particular coins, how they perform. If they don't meet their requirements after that period, those coins, they are standing a chance of being delisted. Sometimes the exchange will communicate that message, right? So when it comes to us seeing which coin is going to be delisted, we don't know. Even Royal Q as well does not know. It is the exchange because it has got its standards as an exchange. So if a coin is not meeting the standard of the exchange, then they look at the coin. Remember, you as a person, you have got your personal values. All right? You've got your personal values. So when you go and be with people, you look also at people that are having at least similar personal values like you so that you can match. Otherwise, you're not going to go and mingle with people that does not have personal values like you. So exchange, they do the same. So when they see that the coin is not meeting their values, they look at it and say, should we keep this coin or no? So when they are delisting it, they normally give a communication. So when it comes to 1,000 SARS, they did not communicate yet. Why someone is talking about 1,000? What is wrong with 1,000 SARS? I don't understand. We cannot speculate, guys. We cannot speculate. So I'm not gonna give you what you are expecting. No. 1,000 SARS is still in the market, and there is no communication from the exchange that they are considering to delist it. Maybe to you, you have seen that it has dropped too much, then you think it will be delisted. No, there are other things that they look at. They don't just delist a coin. All right, so be at peace. be at peace. I don't know, is there any other part that I did not touch of the question, Leader Jirina?
That is clearly answered, Coach. But with the Semugabi Robert from Uganda, he sent a screenshot in the chat about the space between he has actually sent a screenshot. If you could see it, he was asking the meaning of those gaps on the top right corner on the green candle up, the space between the candles. I think you can see there is a 13.25. The three last candles seem not to have pressure in the market, and is asking why is there space in between them? Why are they not like other candles?
I'm trying to scroll to that screenshot. Can I get it so that I can open? Oh, it's this one. Okay. You need to understand what do we call it? Is the narrative. Should I use the word narrative? Okay. Each and every coin has got its own narrative. The candles, they don't look the same, or the price movement, which we call price action, does not do the same. The appearance of the candles, all right? What you are giving me here is almost when you go to check the candles of BTTC. Okay, go and check the candles of BTTC. All right, they are far different from other candles. So this is because of the narrative of the token or the narrative of the coin. There is no problem with this. It is just how the coin was built in terms of price action. So you will see this even when you go to TradingView, you're gonna also find the same thing. It is about how the coin was built in terms of price movement. Because when you check on the side here, okay, when you check on the price side here, you will see how this price moves. It's different from other coins as well. So it has to do with how the coin was built in terms of price action. Robert, am I answering your question? Was it Robert? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next question. Royal Q Daniel asks, explain BSW in relation to RSI.
BSW, is it a coin?
He has not stated whether it is a coin, whether it is a line, but he says
No,
BSW in relation to RSI.
yeah, I think it's a coin. You want me to analyze the coin using the RSI. So I'm not going to do that now. I'm not doing coin analysis.
Okay, so we move on to Herald again. Kini says, do you need to use other indicators like MA as shown on the Royal Q to supplement RSI? Do you need to use other indicators like MA as shown on the Royal Q to supplement RSI?
Currently, no, we are only using RSI as our point of entry. We use RSI for entry purposes instead of doing preset, what we call preset price. We have been doing preset price signals, right? So RSI is also the same, like you are looking at a position of entry. Where do you want to enter the coin? So currently we are only focusing on RSI. We did not bring in the other indicators. That's why I'm saying if you are not good yet doing this, then use our signals. We did not teach about other indicators to supplement RSI.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. from Milton. Milton asks, I traded a coin on whole warehouse mode. I traded a coin on whole warehouse mode and using 20 margin calls. I noticed that the robot traded faster, so I increased the margin calls to 30 up from 20. Again, the robot has sold out all the margin calls, but it's holding onto the investment capital and continues to trade. How do you explain such a scenario?
Trading a coin in whole warehouse mode with 20 margin calls. Increasing the margin calls to 30 from 20. Okay. Again, the robot has sold out all the margin calls, but then it's holding onto the investment capital and continues to trade. Milton, are you trading in a cycle? Are you trading in a cycle? Because when you are trading in whole warehouse mode, okay, I'm still sharing my screen here. Okay, if you are trading in whole warehouse mode, okay, Milton, if you are trading in whole warehouse mode, if you allow your robot to buy 20 margin calls, it means the robot is going to sell all the 20 margin calls at once. Okay, you are telling your bot to sell all the 20 margin calls at once. You want the whole warehouse to be sold. Here, Milton, here, when you tap on strategy mode, okay? When you tap on strategy mode, let me just open this and then I save it. Is it okay? Is it gonna allow me to save? Okay, it allows me to save. Now, when you tap here, these are the modes that we trade in. So when your bot is buying your margin calls here and it buys 5 upwards, okay? It buys 5 upwards under this mode. The robot is going to sell all the margin calls at once, whether they are 100, whether they are 999. The robot will sell all of these at once under whole warehouse mode. So if your bot bought 20 margin calls and it sold all of them and it is still trading, it means after selling the 20 margin calls, it bought again. Meaning to say, here, Milton, your bot probably is here. I want you to check for me. Milton, I want you to check for me. What is your bot saying here? Here, what is your bot saying? Is it saying one shot or it is saying cycle? Your bot, is it saying cycle or it says one shot? I want you to check. When it is saying cycle, it is going to show like that. This is a cycle. So if your bot buys 20 margin calls, it sells all of them and it keeps on trading. It means it is cycling the same coin. But if you put it under one shot, whether it buys your 20 margin calls, it sells all of this, it will stop. It will never buy again because it is one shot. So Milton, go and check your coin. Is it not trading under cycle? And you come and give me an answer here. Go and check one of those conditions I have given you. I don't know if I'm making sense to Milton. Yes, Leader Jirina, we can proceed.
Emmanuel Opuku, please explain the less than, greater than, and oversold, the effects it has on the RSI. I think you went through this before.
Yeah, I have just done that.
Yes. My friend told not to consider RSI of Royal Q because it reads for Royal Q users only. Advise, please. My friend told not to consider the RSI of Royal Q because it reads for Royal Q users only. Advise Dr. Kim's.
Is Dr. Kim a Royal Q user? If Dr. Kim is a Royal Q user, then Royal Q is giving these features for Royal Q user, not non-Royal Q user. So if someone is advising Dr. Kim not to use the RSI of Royal Q because it only does it for Royal Q users, then what else can we do there? Because we are both users of Royal Q. Dr. Kim, what you need to understand that when we are using the RSI in trading view, that one is extra knowledge. I understand why you are asking this question. We do technical analysis in the morning. That is extra knowledge. But Royal Q, you can trade. You can trade using Royal Q and make profit without you attending the technical analysis Zoom. It is for extra knowledge. That's why our focus is on Royal Q. So when we are showing you something in Royal Q that Royal Q has brought, because you are using the Royal Q, so you should know how to use it. Did I answer your question, Dr. Kim's? Royal Q features, they are for Royal Q users only because we are trading on Royal Q. Yes,
Next question.
Jerina.
Mukose Amza asks, which mode and do we leave AI margin calls on? Mukose, your question is not clear. You need to rewrite it. He says, which mode and do we leave AI margin calls on? I don't know if you understand that, Coach Mopiu.
I think there are two questions here, which actually he's asking to recommend a recommendation of a mode that the person should trade in. Okay, use the sub-bin mode. Okay, if you want to get out of the trade fast, use the sub-bin mode for you to get out of the trade fast. When it comes to the AI margin call, it is up to you looking at the capital that you are trading with, because the AI margin call, it controls how much, okay, how much your money should be exposed to the market. All right, the AI margin call, it controls the buying. How often the bot should buy your margin calls? How often? When you switch on the AI. When you switch off the AI, the robot will follow your margin configuration settings. The margin call drop. If you put 0.2, the market drops by 0.2, the robot buys. If you put 0.5, the market drops by 0.5, the robot buys. That is when the AI margin call is off. But when the AI margin call is on, when the price drops by 0.5, like you have instructed the bot, the AI is going to look at that. Should we buy or no? Then it considers. If it is the right position to buy, it will buy. If it is not the right position to buy, it will not buy. That's the AI. So the mode I recommend, sub-bin mode, because it helps you to get out of the trade fast.
Okay, Emmanuel Opuku again. Emmanuel Opuku, please, what is the difference between oversold 20 less than, oversold 20 greater than, and what is its effect on the coin? I think you also answered this, leader.
Yeah, I think when you put 20 and you are looking at less than, you are simply saying the robot is going to buy under the RSI, but less than 20. That's what it means. When you are trading greater than 20, it means you are still in the oversold, but you are telling the robot that it should buy greater than 20, meaning to say 20 above. Less than 20, 20 below. That's what you are instructing the body to do. And the effect is that your robot can pick the coin, okay? Your robot can pick the coin or it cannot pick the coin. For example, what do I mean? If the market comes to greater than 20 and it does not come to less than 20, yet you instructed the body to buy at lesser than 20, it means your body is not going to buy. It is all about buying. So if you put less than 20 and the market does not come to less than 20, the robot is not going to pick that trade. That is the only effect. It's either the bot will buy or it will not buy. That's the only effect. You don't lose anything. That's all.
Okay. Proskovia Bavidie asks, how can I save RSI setting all coins? How can she set the RSI setting all the coins?
Okay, it will take me time to do that. I would recommend Proskovia to go and watch our recording that is available on YouTube channel. It will take me time to do that, to demonstrate how you set the RSI on all the coins. Because at the same time also you should understand that you need to move your money in your exchange from the spot to funding, so that the robot does not use all your money when it is picking a coin for you. That is the automation of all the coins, right? So Proskovia, please go watch our recording on YouTube so that you are able to put the RSI in all the setting. I mean, in all coins setting, yes.
Chris says, why is it that when the coin is about to get out, the average price increases? Why is it that when the coin is about to get out, the average price increases?
It depends. It is because if it bought margin calls. Remember, margin call number 1 to 4, they do have one average price. All right. But margin call number 5 going downwards, whenever it buys margin call number 5 downwards, whenever the robot sells, you are going to see that the average price changes. Which one changes? It is not for margin call number 4. It is the one that has been just sold. What do I mean? Okay, I'm still showing my screen here. Here, there is average price here. Where is my cursor? Okay. If I can click activate, the bot is going to create an average price immediately when it buys here, right? So after buying first time, it creates average price. Then it buys margin call number 1. It's gonna create another average price. It buys margin call number 2. It creates another average price until it gets to 4. It has completed 1 to 4. These ones, when the robot is selling them, when the time comes for the robot to sell, it will sell all these 4 calls at once. Now, from margin call number 4 to 5, the moment it buys this one, it will create an average price for this one. Okay? It will create an average price for this one. It buys 6. It will create an average price for this one. Because this one has got its own take profit. This one has got its own take profit. So when the price is coming up, the first margin call to be sold, it is margin call number 6. It is margin call number what? Number 6. You will discover that on your return rate, okay, if your take profit for margin call number 6 is 1.5, for example, it is 1.5, then the return rate, it gets to 2% in profit. 2% in profit. but your take profit is 1.5. The moment the bot sells this margin call 6, you will discover that this one will come down. It will come down because it has deducted this 1.5 from this one. So it has sold this one is out. Now it will be watching this one now. So whatever is going to start increasing here on the return rate, the board is preparing to sell margin call number 5 with its own take profit. If it is another 1.5 again, it will be looking to sell this position at 1.5% take profit. So the reason why the average price changes, it is because it is a sub position. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm saying margin call number 5, it has got its average price. Margin call number 6, it has got its average price. For the robot to sell margin call number 6, it will be looking at the average price, entry price for margin call number 6. The moment it passes above the entry points of margin call number 6, you discover that the coin has landed into profit. So it will sell this one, it is done. Then it will be focusing this one. So after selling this one, check the average price. It means it is coming to this one. Did I answer that question?
Okay. Yes, you did, leader. We move to the next question. Sida says, I used batch settings with RSI to pick for me a coin in oversold 20. But the coins have spent more than a week in floating loss. Is it possible that these coins are still down by 20 or what?
Yes, the coins, they are still down. They are not coming back. They are not moving a lot. What it means is that when you buy a coin, let's say that this is our 20 line where the person is talking about. They bought the coin here. Okay, this is 20. Now the coin is probably at 0. Okay, so it moves to 0, probably it comes to 15. Okay, or it just touches the 20 line, then it comes down again. So it means the market is moving, is just ranging between 20 and 0. 20 and 0. That's why the coin is still down. So when you are buying a coin under 20, it does not mean that you're not gonna go into floating loss, because there is from 20 to 0, there is 20% down. So if the coin is moving here below the 0 line, because the market can come to 0 here, it can come to 0. That's what it means. If you bought at 20, then the market comes to 0. You discover that the RSI will be moving here. It will be moving here. So it means the market is not coming there. It just touches this line, it comes back. Touches that line, it comes back. Touches that line, it comes back. It's not crossing your 20 line so that you can see a change in your return rate. So I'm saying RSI entry does not prevent you to go into floating loss. No, it just gives you a better entry to the market. That's why I'm saying still trade with margin calls, even if you buy at RSI 15, RSI 20, RSI 10. Open margin calls. While I am there, let me answer the difference between current price and average price. Average price, it is the entry price where the bot has bought that coin. Current price, it means what is the price of the coin right now. As you can see here, can you see here, I did not take this coin. That's why on average price, it is still showing 0. Okay? It is still showing 0 here on average price because I did not click activate. The moment I click activate, the robot will create average price. Where did it enter? Where did it buy this coin? That's what we call average. Then from average, okay, where is the price right now? That's what we call the current price. So the current price can be above average or it can be below average. If it is above average, it means it has gone up. If it is below average, it means it continues to go down from where my robot has bought it from. That's why when we open margin calls, when the robot buys here and gives us average, when the price continues to go down, the average price follows the current price when our bot is buying the margin calls. It follows where the price is going. It follows where the price is going. But if our bot is not buying margin calls, it entered here, then the price goes down. The price will go alone without our average price following the current price. So the distance between average price point of entry to where the current price is, this distance, it is what is calculated as floating loss in percentage. You check on the return rate here. You're gonna see floating loss there. Meaning to say from where the robot entered to where the current price is, the difference between the two is the floating.
Okay. Okay, Lee. Stanley says, thank you. Coach Mopiwa, you have answered my question well. The same applies to Semugabi. Semugabi also says you answered the question very well. Next, let's move to Winnie Comfort. Winnie Comfort, you have also answered the same question. We go to Masara Bernard. Masara Bernard says, we have understood RSI works. My question is, what's the correct answer here? Multiplying your capital with 40% or 30%?
Multiplying your capital. No, okay, all right. When you are trading and then the market is going down, look, putting in capital, it is good, yes. But now the thing is, when you are increasing your capital, are you increasing your capital on the coin that is floating, or you are just increasing your capital to trade more coins? All right. That should be the question that you are answering. It is a business, yes. Adding capital or multiplying capital is very important because you want to win big. Okay. So when you are talking about multiplying your capital, are you increasing your capital on the floating coin, or you just want to add capital so that you stand a chance of trading other coins while the ones are in floating, you are waiting for them to come out? Okay. I don't know if I'm correct there. There is nothing wrong in multiplying your capital. But now when you are multiplying your capital, whether you are multiplying or you are adding it, the question is, do you want to open margin calls on a coin that is floating, or you want to pick new trades? If you are opening margin calls on a coin which is floating, make sure that the coin that you are opening margin calls on, it is moving. It is moving. If it is not moving, it means it will still buy your margin calls, but it does not come up. It's like you are feeding food to something that is not going to resurrect. It will eat the food and then it will still continue lying low. So you don't open margin calls. Yeah. Yes. You can continue, Lidajerina. I think I'm gonna give extra 10 minutes, then we're gonna close.
Okay, we still have so many questions. I don't know if you will be able to answer all these. Mugabe
I
says,
know. Yes.
Mugabe says, my question is, can I determine the volatility of a coin in the process of measuring distance of its take profit?
Yes, you can do that if you are good at technical analysis.
Okay, Emmanuel Opoku is back again with another question. How do you know a coin is bumping?
A coin is pumping.
I think he meant pumping. How do you know a coin is pumping?
It increases in price. It increases in price. When you come here and check even your Royal Q board, you're going to look at this. Okay, you come and look at your Royal Q board here. You look at the candles. You look at the candles. Okay, here I cannot extend because it is Royal Q. If I was using Trading View, I could show you. So for you to know that a coin is pumping, you look at the volatility. When I say volatility, I'm looking at how much pressure is in the coin. If it is a buying pressure, the buying pressure, it normally beats the selling pressure. So you are going to see that there is a lot of green candles that are happening. When you look at the candles formation, you will discover that there is a lot of volatility in the market when it comes to the buying power. So the market is only pushing up. Sometimes there is pumping only in one candle. For example, if you put your okay, can you see this particular candle here? Can you see this particular candle? This is only 4 hours. 4 hours, this candle pumped like this in 4 hours. So if you can measure from here up to here, you will see how much percentage was this just in 4 hours. So sometimes the pumping is just in one candle. Sometimes the pumping, it is an uptrend like that. Okay. So you see it by the pressure. How much pressure is in the market? You are able to see. Leader Jerina?
Leader, we have 40 more questions to go. Tuyishimide Shaban is asking, how can one stop the automated trading if maybe the coin is in floating loss for a long time and no more capital to buy more margin calls? How can you be able to stop the automated trading?
You just pause the coin. I don't know when he says stopping, what is he referring to? But if there is no capital to add, remember when the bot is trading and then you are running out of funds, the robot is going to close your margin calls automatically. So you don't need to worry. It switches off the margin call button for you because there is no capital. So if you are deciding to pause, that is a different story. You want to pause so that it should not appear on the list of coins that are currently trading. But if you don't have capital to add more margin calls, you don't need to worry. Leave the coin like that. It is not going to buy after all because it has switched off the margin call button.
Okay.
So the stopping part, the stopping part, I don't know if you're referring to pausing or is referring like to stop the trade. I don't know. But if there is no capital, the robot will automatically switch off the margin call button because there is no capital.
Okay. Stanley is it safe to trade Ethereum XRP, BTC, Doge, and get good money?
He's talking of the BTC pairs.
I believe so.
Yes, you can trade the BTC and the Ethereum pairs. You can trade them, but if you are trading them, I recommend you put them in a cycle. Yes, you put them in a cycle so that the idea is to accumulate. But don't put a lot of take profit.
Okay. Ayebare, Yahab, how many margin call limits can I make on $2,000 using RSI around 20, and which total margin call drops? How many margin call limits on $2,000 using the RSI 20, and which total margin call drops?
Okay, we are going to share a screenshot in the groups. I don't know if this person is in our groups. We do have settings for different capitals. So we're gonna share a screenshot on the capital that the person is referring to, the $2,000. Because if I'm going to demonstrate here, we're gonna take time. But we do have settings already. So we're gonna share it in the group.
Okay, Ayebare, if you can drop your group that you're in, leader will share a screenshot with you. Debo Innocent from Uganda. Oh. Excuse me.
Okay, let me answer this question of Debo. You don't withdraw profits from RoyalQ. Your profits are already in your exchange. The robot trade in your exchange. So you don't withdraw any profit from RoyalQ. The money you withdraw from RoyalQ, it is the rewards. If you are building a team, for example, someone activate a robot under you, then RoyalQ gives you a reward. That's the money you withdraw from RoyalQ. But the profit, they are not withdrawable. What you see in your RoyalQ, it is just a display. It is just a record of what the RoyalQ is doing inside your exchange. So the profit, they are already in your exchange. That's where you go and make a withdrawal, but not in RoyalQ. All right. That is Debo. Okay, yeah.
Sida says, I traded coins using RSI with batch setting, but it's now more than a week, but it's not trading, and it was below 20. Is it possible that these coins are still below 20? I think you already answered that.
Answer that question.
JK, what is the way forward about the floating loss when it takes more than a week? And he continues to say, when the coin is in floating loss and it is delisted and removed, what happens with the assets? That is JK.
The way forward to floating loss is to open more margin calls if you have capital, right? That is the way forward. You open more margin calls, you put capital, you open margin calls. That is the way forward. When it comes to delisted coins, whenever exchange is delisting a coin and you don't do activity or you don't take action towards the coin that is being delisted, let's say you are trading it, it is going to disappear from your exchange. You are going to lose everything, because sometimes the exchange will tell you that you can swap, okay? You can swap, or either you are able to remove that coin, transfer it to another exchange, of which we normally recommend, all right? Or either you sell it in a loss, okay? You sell it in a loss. If you don't do any of the things that I am saying, after the date of delisting has happened, the coin will disappear from your exchange. You're not going to have it. You have lost it. It's gone. That's why you must always check communication.
Well, Adewale Molale, how do you know a coin is pumping? Leader has already
I've already answered that question.
Ezekiel, yes. So you don't open margin calls when the coin is still going down? Is the robot able to buy margin calls when the market begins to go up? Ezekiel, I'll repeat the question. So you don't open margin calls when the coin is going. Ezekiel.
Okay, Ezekiel is asking about what is he saying? Okay, so you don't open margin calls when the coin is still going down. Is the robot able to buy margin calls when the market is going to go up? You did not open margin calls. How do you expect the bot to buy? It's not going to buy. It's not going to buy if you did not open margin calls. If the robot did not buy your margin calls that you did open already, it means the market is going to the top. That's why it's not buying. Okay? Because sometimes the bot can buy 3 margin calls out of 5, then it sells. But if you are referring that the market went down and you stopped your margin calls and then the market is going up, is it going to buy your margin calls? No, it's not going to buy because you stopped. You stopped the margin calls. It will not buy.
Okay. Please, I think we need to stop the questions now to allow leader to finish up with this because I think the time is up. Adrico, we have already Emmanuel Opoko. I'm trading. How do you know the coin is not moving? We need to stop the questions. Now, Dimba Alex says, how do we know the coin that's not moving? How do we know the coin that is not moving?
It's not moving. You must check your return rate percentage. It remains constant. If it drops with 1%. If it goes up with it minus 1%. It means the coin doesn't move. For example, if your return rate is at 60, right? Minus 60. Probably it will come to 59, it goes back to 60. 59, 60, 59, 60. The coin is not moving.
Well, Proscovia Bavide, what is the importance of the buy button on the Royal Queue? Can it change price of the coin to another? The importance of the buy button on the Royal Queue, can it change the price of the coin to another?
The buying button on Royal Queue is for you to buy manually. If you want to buy manually without involving the robot to buy. Meaning to say, you want to put, for example, 200, okay? And you want to buy manually right away with 200 at once. It's when you use the buy button. The same like you are selling. You don't allow the robot to sell on your behalf. It is you who is doing the actual selling in the bot. So the buy button is for you to buy manually if you want to. But it doesn't have much effect when it comes to dollar cost averaging because you are using the whole amount of money to buy at once at the same price. So the Royal Queue put all those buttons for us to have a choice. Which one do we want to use? If we want to sell, we sell manually. If we want to buy, we buy manually. That's the buy button for.
Thank you, Dimba Alex. Dimba Alex says, how do you know that a coin is not moving? A coin, when you're setting it, when you're setting a coin, how do you know that this coin is not moving?
Dimba Alex, use our signals because we have already done the analysis for you. If you don't know how to analyze a coin, don't pick a coin on your own. Follow our signals until you are there to able to determine that this coin, I can trade it or I cannot trade it. Because now you're talking about setting a coin. So if you are not yet there, don't do it. Use our signals.
Okay, Emmanuel Puku, I'm trading with $10, so I don't trade with margin calls. What effect will it have on my trade? And Please, let's stop sending questions. Let's finish up with these ones. Yes.
Let me answer Emmanuel Opuku on the
loss. Emmanuel Opuku. I'm trading with $10, so I don't trade with margin calls. What effect will it have on my trade? And is there any strategy that is better? Trading with $10.
My friend, you are joking. Okay, if you are trading with $10 capital, what do you expect the bot to do? I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. All right. But the $10 capital is very small. You don't expect a miracle. The robot does not perform miracles. Your capital is small, my friend, in good heart. Okay. Yes, with good intention. Please increase your capital. It's gonna take you long for you to see the effect of the bot using $10. Please, if I can ask you a question and say, if you're gonna go and do traditional business, going to buy tomatoes and sell, you are using $10 capital. How much stock are you going to buy? How many tomatoes are you going to buy with $10? So if your capital is only $10, yes, I understand our situation are different, okay? Right, but if you are to maximize, if you are to get what Royalty can give you, please give good capital to the board. You're gonna see a very good effect. Monica, you switched off your AI margin call, but the robot is refusing to buy, even when you added capital. Check your margin call drops and your buy-in callback. Monica, check your margin call drops and then your buy-in callback. If your AI is off and the bot is not buying, it should be one of those. Make sure that your buy-in callback is a good one. Yes, in line with your margin call drops.
Dimba Alex.
Yes, my
Dimba
leader,
Alex,
yes.
how do you know? Dimba Alex, how do you know a coin is a dumping coin? How can you detect a dumping coin?
A dumping coin, it only focuses on the downward. We needed to understand when it comes to dumping. Okay, when it comes to dumping, yes, a coin can dump if there is something, for example, news. Okay, when there is news about a particular coin, people or investors, they will remove their money in the market very fast. So you discover that the price of that coin can go down drastically because of that. So mostly it's about news that influence a dumping coin. So for you to detect, you cannot detect a coin that is dumping unless you are always connected to reading news or following up on crypto assets. But in Royalty, you cannot detect which coin is going to dump. No. But mostly it has to do with the market, the entire market of that coin, what is happening around that coin.
Okay. Adrico Jimmy says, I had 3 coins trading with low capital on floating. So when top up, some capital is now almost 2 weeks still moving. So what should I do? He had 3 coins that are trading with low capital and on floating loss. So when he topped up some capital, and it is now almost 2 weeks, but still moving. So what should he do?
How much did he top up? Did he open margin calls on all the coins? If you were trading 3 coins with low capital, it was too much. It was too much. You cannot trade 3 coins. I'm not sure, but the moment the person says low capital, you can't trade low capital 3 coins. That is over trading. It's the same like someone who is having $200 is trading 3 coins. That is over trading. You are not managing your wallet, and you are not giving a good strategy for you to come out of floating loss. So if you added, you did top up, how much top up did you do? And did you open margin calls on all the coins? If you are in floating loss, you want to get out, you start one coin at a time, meaning to say you open margin calls on one coin. Once it is redeemed, it's out. Then you take the money that you have redeemed from this coin, you open margin calls on the next coin. And also you look at how much floating loss, deep floating loss is it? Because you cannot open margin calls on a coin that is negative 60. What are you doing to the coin? For it to come to -1 to -5, do you know how much money you're gonna need to add for that coin to come there? So when you are opening margin calls, where is the floating loss? How deep is it? That's why we say, how about you open a new trade with that capital? Because opening margin calls on this coin, you are not doing justice at all. Adrico Jime, is that okay?
Okay. Thank you, leader. Monica, mine switched off its AI, but it has refused to open even when I have capital. You answered, Monica.
I answered that one, yes.
Stanley, Uganda, take profit for Ethereum BTC Borge is 1%, okay? If in cycle, how do we get out of cycle? Is it after the sale? And how do we swap the to be delisted coin to the other exchanger? I have the KuCoin account and I trade in Binance.
Swapping only happens in the same exchange. For example, if Binance is delisting a coin, if that coin, they are able to allow you to swap, they will tell you that that coin is going to be swapped. Now, sometimes they will say, when it comes to swapping, the technical team of the exchange, they're going to do the swapping on your behalf. So you just need to relax. So after delisting it, they will swap that coin on your behalf. But if you want to move now the coin from one exchange to another exchange, you withdraw that coin. You withdraw that coin. You don't swap. You cannot swap different exchanges, right? You only withdraw that coin to another exchange. Now, when it comes to take profit, how do you get out of a cycle? Just change the cycle and put it one shot while the coin is still trading. Change it to cycle, change it to one shot. Whenever it is going to complete the sell, for example, if you were trading with margin calls, it will sell your margin calls, When it completes the last margin calls 1 to 4, it will never buy it again. Even when it sells margin call number 5, if you were having 7, it sells margin call number 7, it will never buy. Okay? If you put it in one shot and then you close margin calls, if it sells your last margin call, it will never buy. It will come to the other margin call, it will sell, it will never buy. So until you get out, but make sure it is in one shot so that when it completes, that it should not buy the same coin again.
Okay, Ezekiel Musolo, so you don't open margin calls when the coin is still going down? Is the robot able to buy margin calls when the market begins to go up? That has been answered. Joseph Tether, please, I trade a coin on futures. The coin sold successfully and I can't find the capital on the future on the futures account.
As far as I'm concerned, I did not teach anything about trading coins in futures. And I think even Leader Julius did not teach us how to trade futures using our Royal Q board. So I'm not going to answer that question.
Gabriel is Sabai. When you are on floating loss, does it mean your trading capital is reducing?
Yes. The coins that is already, the capital that is already invested in that coin, it reduces. But the number of coins that the bot you the robot bought using that capital does not change. What reduces is value. The money invested in the coin decreases.
Okay, Masara Bernard, I know how to use everything, but I wanted to know about this 40% and 30%. Which one is good to use to calculate the capital? Can I use 40% or 30%?
Use 30%. 40% is too much. Use 30% to calculate.
Okay. Ezekiel Mosolo, what I mean is that can you add additional margin calls when the market begins to go up, or is it allowed to buy more coins manually when you see the market going up?
What I mean is that can you add additional margin calls when the market begins to go up, or is it allowed to buy more coins manually when you see the market going up? When the market is going up, it's not gonna buy your margin calls. If you open margin calls on a market that is going up, it's not gonna buy. Remember, our robot buys when the market is dropping in the spot market. All right. So when you open margin calls that on the coin that is pumping, the robot will not buy. It is gonna only buy your first buy. Then the market goes up. Remember, when the bot enters the market, there is what we call entry price. So from entry price where the robot has entered, the market goes above the entry price. What is going to happen? It means you're already in profit. So when the market goes below your entry price, is when you call it floating. The market has gone against you. So when it goes against you, margin calls have been opened, the robot will start to buy the margin calls. So if you want to buy, you buy manually. When the market is going up, you can only buy manually because you still want to put more capital. But you should know that you are buying high and you are not using dollar cost averaging. You are just wanting to buy. For example, you are putting $100 at once. You are using that $100 to buy at one price.
Okay, Coach Mopio, how do you make 10 to $20 per day, at least with 500 capital?
There is no guarantee. Making $10 to $20 with 500, there is no guarantee because the robot does not control the market. There is no guarantee unless the market is good. Yes, we know and we say you can make daily profit. It is true. But on the other side, the thing is, it's not every day where the market is good. So you cannot be guaranteed of $10 to $20 every single day using 500. The question is also the type of coin that you are trading. Because if the coin that you are trading has got no momentum, you can enter, then you get into floating loss. So it's better to tell you the truth. $500, $10 to $20 per day as a profit is not a guarantee, but you can make it.
Brian,
with the right settings, yes.
Tender, Brian Tender. Okay, Brian's $20. But when I turn on the margin calls, it automatically switched off.
Brian,
$20, but when margin calls.
Brian Tender, I think, is new to the business. The robot has already used your $60. It has finished buying with your $60. There is no more capital, but you do have margin calls that are not bought yet. So when the robot tries to buy, it discovered that the money to buy the margin calls is not there. That's why it switches off the margin call button.
And lastly, my leader, we have here Kelly saying, I think the same thing, that why does the bot switch margin call saying insufficient funds, yet you have it there?
I'm not sure about that. Is the money in your spot wallet? Jessica Kelly, Jessica, is the money in your spot wallet? Please check. Because sometimes you'll be having money, but it's not in spot wallet. Probably it is in funding wallet. Because remember, our robot trades in the spot wallet. Okay? So when it says insufficient funds, yet the money is there, in most cases, the money is not accessed by their bot. The money is not accessed. Okay, it says yes, it is there. Okay. Please switch off your gadget and switch it on. Okay. Switch off your gadget and switch it on. Sometimes it's a technical glitch. Sometimes it's a technical glitch. So when you're having that, just switch off your phone and then you switch it on again. Just like you are refreshing it. It happens sometimes, it's a technical glitch.
Okay, leader, allow us to.
I think Chris is also is providing a solution. Okay, yeah. Make sure also you check your fuel. Your fuel should be up to date. That is another also factor. Your fuel is up to date. It's like you are kickstarting the boat, yet you don't have fuel. So it will also refuse.
Coach Mo, allow us to finish with Stanley, because I see it's already past midday. If we can finish with Stanley's question. Stanley says, leader, you said that the exchange does the swapping for us. Leader, you said it should have been leader. Did you say the exchange does the swapping for us? So we do not need to worry of losing money.
Yes.
We do not need to worry of losing money in a coin to be delisted. Or we have to participate. Or we have to participate in the delisted coin.
Yes, I did answer that, but I did make a condition. The exchange will make an announcement that they are going to swap the coin for you. So you don't need to do anything. It makes that specific announcement. For example, when you check the announcement that was made for Matic to swap it to, was it Polygon? Yeah, I think it was Polygon. The technical team of Binance is gonna do that on your behalf. So in that scenario, you don't do anything. You just wait for the day of the delisting. Then after that, you wait for 24 hours. You are going to see that your available Matic, its value has been converted to Polygon. You're going to see that you are having Polygon coin in your exchange. That is, if the exchange has done that communication, it normally do that if they are going to swap it on your behalf.
Okay.
Did I answer your question? Understanding? Yes.
This session is completed. Okay, I think we have come to the end of our session, leader. There are no more questions, but people are saying thank you so much. This session is really good, and we need to have such session of questions and answers someday. Thanks a lot, and God bless you. That is to Yishimire Shaban. God bless you, and grateful. Yes, we do have this session every Friday. We have Coach Mo coming here to answer all our questions. Please, the next time, come with your leaders, come with especially those who are very new in the business, so that they can be able to be helped. Thank you, leader. Unless you have any communication to make, we are ending the session.
Okay, all right. No, I don't have any communication. I just want to thank you, leadership, for being here and the task that you have taken so far to help the community. Yes, to help the community in dealing with some of the activities. So I would just want to thank you for making time to be here and working with the crypto ambassadors. Lastly, I just want to thank everyone who was here and they were also able to bring their questions and then we deal with them. Yes, so I don't have much to say. I just wish you guys a beautiful day. Please trade with care. The market is not yet stable. We can see that Bitcoin is still not stable. Yeah, so trade with care and make sure that you are able to manage your wallet and then you follow also instructions. That is my last communication. Thank you so much. Over to you, leadership.
Thank you, leaders. Please don't forget, tomorrow we have another very good session. Tomorrow we have another very good session on Saturday where we have our leader, Leader Doris, coming to explain to us our robot, the interface of our robot, how to go about to use each and everything in the robot. So get your leaders as well, especially those who are very new, to come and learn how to use our robots.